Welcome to the Sibling Rivalry MMA Podcast. Today, we are going to do our breakdowns and predictions of UFC Fight Night 160 Copenhagen. But to start things off, we got a little ad for you. Big Shot MMA. If you haven't heard of it, go check it out on Twitter at Big Shot MMA. This week, we will be participating in their fight card where other MMA podcasters go on their app and they go head-to-head in predictions. This is like the coolest fantasy MMA app I've seen. You go on there and you get 5 fights. You pick the winner, and depending on if they're the underdog or the favorite, you get a certain amount of points. You get points for if you pick their finish, the round, and some bonus things. What are they called?
Power-ups.
Some power-ups, yeah.
Yeah. So the power-ups are cool. It's like you get more points. You get to choose between you get more points per knockdown or you get more points per takedown. So you get to choose of what you think the fighter you're picking has a better chance of doing. You get more points towards your final total.
Yeah, so go check that out at Big Shot MMA. The website is bsmma.com. You don't have to be in this fight card to participate in it. You can win money in it. There's prize pools and entry fees and stuff you can do, or you can do free ones. So it's up to you. Definitely go check that out. And that's what our predictions will be going towards today. So,
yeah, actually, I think all of our predictions are actually what we're using for that also, because unlike DraftKings, there's not a salary cap. So you can pick exactly who you think is actually going to win and not just have to pick somebody because it just fits into your salary cap. But you know, it makes it more interesting because you have to pick how they're going to win and what round and all that too. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yep. All right. So let's get right into it. First fight on the main card: Nicholas Dalby versus Alex Oliveira. What you got for this one?
I've got Alex Oliveira, but I am kind of confused about how he's fighting because everybody's been talking about how he's supposedly in trouble and supposed to be getting chased by the police, and he hasn't been caught. They said nobody's been able to find him, but
there he is.
He's going to be in Copenhagen if you're looking for him.
It's a setup.
Yeah, but apparently he had beat up his ex-wife and kidnapped their baby, and while he was drunk on a motorcycle. But then he dropped the baby off somewhere, so that was good at least. But I don't know, yeah. So I still think he's going to win the fight. He's fighting Dalby, who he used to be in the UFC. He's been out for a while, and this is his comeback. He's not coming back off of a win. He's coming back off of a no contest due to an unsafe surface.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but before that, he was on a 3-fight win streak outside of the UFC. But before that, he was on a 3-fight loss streak.
You know all about unsafe surfaces. Big guy right here lost a wrestling match because of a puddle on the mat one time.
I didn't want to bring that up, but yeah. I slipped on a puddle in overtime and got taken down. I lost a match and then...
lost a team point.
Then got team points taken away for cussing at the... So yeah, I'm going to go Cowboy Oliveira. Yeah, I've got him by submission probably.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm going to go with him by submission. He's lost his last 2, but he's lost to good guys. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, Dalby is in his second coming into the UFC. He's basically known for a close fight he had a long time ago with Darren Till. A lot of people think he won the fight. But yeah, he's a good stand-up fighter, good pressure, good footwork, hits hard, but I don't think his takedown defense is going to be enough, and I think Oliveira is probably going to wear him out. Take him down and probably submit him. So I'm going to go with Oliveira by submission as well.
Yep. And Oliveira is the favorite there also. So
next one we got...
Mike Wazowski.
I know his first name is pronounced like Mihal, and then last name Oleg Zuchenk, something like that. He's fighting OSP. Oleg Zuchenk, only 24 years old, coming off of 2 first-round KOs in the UFC. His last one was in under a minute. It was like 44 seconds or something. The dude's got a ton of weapons on his feet, punches hard, kicks hard, moves well, powerful, kicks to the leg, body, everything. So he's going to come at OSP with a lot of different techniques and power. OSP is getting old. He hasn't looked good lately. He's been getting finished, and I just don't think he has it anymore. I think this is more of a stepping stone fight. And they're really going to promote this Michal Oleksiejczuk dude. And I'm going to go with him by knockout over OSP. I don't think he has a chin anymore. And I think his best chance is to get to the ground and maybe hit him with a Von Flue choke because he does those. But I don't see it happening. I think he's probably going to get knocked out.
Yeah, I'm going with Mike Wazowski also. OSP, he's lost 3 of his last 4. I mean, he's still good, but I don't know. This guy's been looking good too. He's got 10 knockouts. Mike Wazowski's got 10 knockouts, 1 submission. He's on an 11-fight win streak. So, I mean, just looking at the recent fights, obviously this guy's looking better. He has a win over Gian Vellante, which, you know, he's a good fighter. So, yeah, I'm going to go with him. Also, we have him by knockout. Should we not – I hope the guys that we're playing against this week aren't watching this and taking all of our information.
They might be able to see our picks. I don't know. That's our first time doing it.
Who are we playing against? What's their name?
I don't know, but he's a former champ. They said this is a number 1 contender fight.
Oh, well, he might be the next OSP. This might be the end for them. This might be them just going down a downslide. They might never get another shot. Sorry, guys. Actually, we should promote their podcast too. We should be cool.
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
All right.
I didn't look at it. Next fight. Scroll up. Kutelba versus Roundtree. Is that who it is?
So we all took Mike. Yes. Kutelaba versus Khalil Roundtree.
You want to break it down?
Yeah, actually, I really like Roundtree a lot. I've always thought that he was good. He's got wins over Eric Saunders, TKO over Gokhan Saki, which is pretty impressive. He lost to Johnny Walker, which that just seems to be happening to everybody. Kutelaba, 14-4. He's got losses to Glover, Serkinov, and Jerry Cannonier, who's fighting in the main event here. I've got Roundtree. I've just always been pretty impressed with his stand-up and everything. So I'm going to have him by knockout.
Yeah, the betting odds on this one are really close. They're almost dead even.
Mm-hmm.
For me, this was one of the easier picks. I'm going to go with Roundtree as well. He's looked awesome lately. He improves every fight. He just dominated Eric Anders, who is an up-and-comer. Knocked out Gokhan Saki. Got a lot of power, moves real well on his feet. Mm-hmm. This Kutelba dude, he lost his last fight to Glover. And he gets taken down a decent amount, but Roundtree's probably not going to take him down. I'm going to go with Roundtree by knockout. I don't know. I think he's going to be a pretty big name eventually in the UFC. He's looked really good to me lately, so I'm going to go with him by knockout.
I've always thought he was really impressive, and yeah, it does seem like he's getting better, so I'm going with him. This next one I think is the toughest one. Gunnar Nelson versus Gilbert Burns. Gunnar Nelson, everybody was really big on him for a while. I think a lot of people still are, but I don't know. Seems like people are losing faith in him. He's coming off of a split decision loss to Leon Edwards, who, is beating everybody, and I think a lot of people thought he won that fight. Am I wrong about that?
I didn't think he did.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I didn't think that he won, but for some reason
I think he got dominated in it.
I don't know. I just remember there was some controversy. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but
that might have been the Ponzinibbio one because he got poked in the eyes.
Maybe that's what I was thinking about. Okay. But yeah, split decision Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is a beast. But Gunnar Nelson he has 12 submissions and Gilbert Burns has 8 submissions. They both got pretty similar records, I don't know. You could say pretty similar styles, I guess, but I don't know. I'm going to go with Gunnar Nelson. But this is the one I'm probably least confident in.
Yeah. I don't think they have similar styles, but they have kind of similar skill sets.
Yeah.
And they're both really good all around. They both have knockout power. They're both good on the mat. Gunnar kind of moves more fluid and tries to bait you in to land that straight right, and Gilbert's just kind of more of a tougher fighter. He'll come and he can grapple. He has strong overhand rights, a lot of power in his kicks. I think that's where Burns could get him is with those leg kicks and catching Nelson relaxed and keeping his chin up and hands down. But I'm going to go with Gunnar. I think he's probably going to out-grapple him. Even though Burns is good on the mat, I think Gunnar's probably going to be better, especially on the offense, taking him down. And Burns relaxes a lot, and I think Gunnar's going to take advantage of that and land some pretty good hits and maybe drop him a couple times. So we didn't pick this one in our thing, because you only got 5, and this is a tough one. But I'd probably say Gunnar by decision.
Yeah.
If I had to pick.
Sounds reasonable to me. Next one, I'm excited. Not so much for the fight, but for the fighter. Mark Madsen. He's an Olympic wrestler. I'm pretty sure the biggest favorite on the card.
He's got to be. He's like a minus 500 or something.
Minus 600. Yeah, he's actually a Greco-Olympian. He's Danish. Greco silver medalist. 8-0 in MMA right now. This is his UFC debut, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be promoting him a lot.
It's in his hometown, I think.
Is it actually his hometown?
I think so.
Yeah. And I looked up some videos of him because I've actually never seen him fight, and yeah, he looks legit. He looks really good. He's got good stand-up. He hits hard. He's able to like use his wrestling. Really, he's able to transfer it into MMA, because some wrestlers you see, it doesn't really transfer in MMA very well, but it seems like a lot of the Greco guys do really well with MMA. Randy Couture, Dan Henderson, Chael Sonnen. So yeah, I think he's probably gonna get a pretty dominant win here against Danilo Belluardo.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Madsen, too. Like you said, 3-time Olympian, silver medalist. This is his UFC debut. Some knocks against him if you could find any. He's 35 years old. And his last fight, the guy he fought was 0-0. Never had a pro MMA fight.
Oh, really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah. So his striking is okay. It's not very technical, but he does have a strong overhand right. He has some knockout power. He'll probably just use that to get to his takedowns. A lot of wrestlers, they'll fake the shot and come overhand right. It's like a basic wrestler thing to do. And then Belluardo, I don't really know a whole lot about him. I know he got knocked out in his first UFC fight, and he's 0-1. I think they're just feeding this dude to Madsen. If they're going to put him in a co-main event, be this big of a favorite, and in his hometown, I think the UFC knows what they're doing, and these kind of fights are pretty easy to predict. So I'd go with Madsen. I think I picked him by like first or second round TKO.
Yeah, I can see a submission also. So we'll see what happens here.
Main event. This is damn near my easiest one, I think. I don't know why they're even doing this fight, to be honest. Jack Hermansson versus Jared Cannonier. Hermansson's coming off of a dominant win over Jacare. Not very many people beat Jacare. He beat him all around, dominated on the feet, and almost submitted Jacare, which would be insane. This dude's got a crazy good guillotine. He finds it from everywhere. He'll have a guy's back, and he'll hop over the top and guillotine him. I love watching this dude fight. He could definitely be a future champ. He's a beast. Cannonier's... I think he's all right. He beat Anderson Silva, kicked him in the leg. And that was a fight Anderson was actually not looking that bad in. But he has losses to some top light heavyweights, and his takedown defense isn't that great. He got taken down by Glover and David Branch. So I don't know. I don't really see... The only way I can see is Cannonier catching him. I'm going to go with Hermansson by a pretty easy submission.
I actually like Cannonier a lot, but yeah, I think Hermansson wins this one. Hermansson, 24, 4-fight win streak. He submitted Mearshart. If any of you guys are familiar with him, he's great at jiu-jitsu. Submitted Mearshart, beat Jacare. They both have wins over Branch. Yeah, I think Cannonier's really good. He's a good striker. He'd beat Silva with that those leg kicks. Who knows how compromised Silva's legs were already going into it, but yeah, I'm going with Hermansson here also. But you think this is your most confident pick? It's not my most confident
maybe
pick,
Madsen.
but I think Hermansson, yeah. So yeah, we agreed on pretty much all of these fights actually, and usually when that happens, we don't always do that great. But I feel pretty good about this one.
Yeah, well, usually when that happens, it's still tough fights. I don't think a lot of these are all that difficult, honestly. Yeah. Gunner and Burns is tough one, but outside of that, pretty confident on these.
Yeah, I feel good about these.
Maybe not the OSP one. That one's kind of tough because OSP is good.
Yeah, I could see OSP winning, but yeah.
So a couple weird fight news that happened. Sam Alvey versus Shogun is announced.
I didn't know about that. Sam Alvey.
It just got announced.
Why don't you turn those notifications off there?
It just got announced while we were doing this.
Oh, cool.
Sam Alvey versus Shogun. First thoughts on that? I hate it.
I don't really have. I mean, that seems like an okay fight to make for me.
I really just want.
I'm not super excited about it. It's just like, okay, yeah, they can fight. I don't see any problem with that.
If, in my opinion, when the old guys fight, if they're gonna keep fighting, I want them to fight other old guys.
Yeah, this fight makes sense to me.
Yeah, and then I heard BJ Penn got released. Yep, BJ Penn got released.
So that's not good because now that he's released, he's gonna get picked up by maybe Bellator or just another smaller than UFC promotion and
BF MMA, bar fight MMA.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. Bellator might pick him up and then sign these other guys he's been getting in street fights with and let him fight for real. And I don't know, he could go do some bare knuckle boxing. I feel like whatever it is,
he'll end up somewhere.
Who knows? Maybe he'll go somewhere and they'll give him easy fights and he'll be the man.
He'll go to that
and he'll be happy.
Combate American thing that Tito's fighting in.
Maybe.
And fight a pro wrestler.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Isn't that Tito's doing? Isn't Tito fighting a pro wrestler?
that sounds familiar. I think that's right, yeah.
Yeah, BJ will probably go lose to a fucking pro wrestler.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know. I don't think that's good news. I think a lot of people will be happy to hear it because they're like, oh, cool, BJ's not fighting anymore, but that just means he's going to go fight somewhere else.
Yeah. Better news, DC versus Stipe 3 is going to happen.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Either way, he said he's going to retire after it. DC said that. I really hope he gets the win.
He should have won last time.
Yeah, he just kind of blew it the last time. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I think he can definitely win. I heard people saying, like, oh, Stipe's definitely going to beat him this time, like, for sure. I'm like,
DC was dominating.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why you would say that because DC was dominating the fight, and then he just kind of blew it. And I think this time, he'll get back to what he was supposed to be doing in wrestling and following the game plan that he was supposed to, and I think it'll be a much easier fight for him. But, we'll see. Stipe's really good, but I think if he follows his game plan, it'll be a lot easier for him.
It's nice to have DC having another story in his career where it's not tied to John Jones.
Yeah.
Like a trilogy with Stipe being his big fight.
Yeah.
It's nice where if he comes and wins this, like, people will stop talking about him and John Jones all the time and remember the trilogy he had with Stipe and all those awesome fights because the next one's going to be awesome too.
Yeah.
Neither of those guys have... I mean, people think DC has boring fights. I don't think DC has boring fights. The Anderson one was the only one that I thought was boring.
Yeah.
So, yeah, both those guys to me are really exciting fighters. So that fight is going to be great again.
Yeah, I think they'll both make adjustments and it'll be really interesting. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really excited for it. What else? Yair Rodriguez. He's a douchebag. Yeah. I heard they're gonna fight in like 3 weeks.
They're fighting the Boston card. If you can pull up the UFC schedule.
Yeah.
They're fighting in the Boston card with I think it's Reyes and Weidman. It's probably that one right there.
This one?
No, that's not it.
Boston.
That one.
This one?
I think so. UFC on ESPN 6.
It's not on here officially on this. But
I think that's what they're fighting.
Probably
on October 18th.
Okay, so that's with Reyes and Weidman, Zabit and Qatar.
I think Zabit and Qatar is out now.
Oh yeah,
Zabit
it is
and
canceled.
Qatar's out, so they're putting Yair versus Stevens there.
Yeah, I do want to see that fight, but man, that guy, he's done some other things that have been really annoying.
He celebrated the eye poke like he won, and they got mad that it was a no contest. I'm freaked out on Bisping.
Yeah, Bisping almost fucked him up.
like Jeremy Stevens wanted the fight to end in 15 seconds to an eye poke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that guy wanted to fight. He just trained his ass off for weeks.
Yeah, man, and maybe they shouldn't go back to Mexico City. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like they were kind of getting rowdy before that with the Grasso and Esparza fight, which I picked. I think I picked Grasso. And I think I got I think I picked Grasso, and I think I got screwed on that by the decision.
Esparza.
Yeah, that was bullshit. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go back there again because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw that, right?
I don't think that's the first time that's happened. I think I saw something to Jessica I talking about something when she fought there, stuff like that happening too.
Yeah, that's just totally unacceptable.
So, yeah, I hope Jeremy Stevens
beats the shit out of him.
Kills him, and then they cut him again.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I mean,
they cut the dude because he wouldn't fight Zabit.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully Jeremy Stevens beats his ass because, yeah.
Beats him into Bellator.
Yeah, and then he can go fight BJ Penn again.
Oh, God. Fuck it. I don't even care. All right, so I think that's it. Shout out to Big Heads Media for posting our stuff on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, pretty much everything. If you're watching this on YouTube, go check us out on there. If you're watching us on all that stuff, we got video on YouTube now. We've had that for the last few episodes. We're in our new house.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get some better stuff looking in here. We're just here now.
Yeah, we just moved in, so I think we're gonna try to get like a pretty good setup for the video and all that. So yeah, cool stuff. Try out that BS MMA. That's the betting website, so it's pretty cool.
Follow our journey to the belt.
Yeah,
we're gonna bring it back home.
Yeah, and then follow us on Twitter at Rivalry MMA. Got a Facebook page, Sibling Rivalry. Yeah.
Yep. And we'll see you guys next week.